Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, we'll be taking another look at the major storyline with Alexa Bliss that have a lot of people talking. We'll also take a look at some of the comments that Alexa Bliss had to say about her new character from a recent interview. Lots of new information and comments to cover here from this story, so let's check back in with the storyline and see what's new. It seems that WWE has adjusted Alexa Bliss's character once again, and there's a specific reason for the new tweaked version of Alexa Bliss. So remember a few weeks ago, it seemed like Alexa was caught in the Fiend's trance 24/7. She was just hypnotized and fully under his control. Go to Payback. Alexa was twisting up her hair while having her eyes glued to the screen, watching the Fiend. She was always acting weird and was always in that state. Well, now, it seems like WWE is dialing it back just a bit with Alexa's character. There's been a big change to how she acts, and maybe you caught on to it, but she's no longer under the Fiend's trance 24/7. She's now able to flip between normal Alexa Bliss and Fiend Alexa Bliss, depending on if the Fiend's name is mentioned. It's a little bit strange because you look at Braun Strowman and he doesn't need to be triggered by hearing the Fiend's name. The effect the Fiend made on him was permanent, but I guess the effect takes a different toll on different people. So Alexa is now able to tap into her normal self and act normal again as long as no one mentions the Fiend's name. One of the rumored reasons for this new normal side of Alexa coming back is because Alexa will be starting her own podcast real soon. She obviously won't be able to host her podcast if her character is permanently under that trance. So this was like a little loophole they made for her character to still appear normal on the podcast and host it. Technically speaking, it is a WWE podcast, and the Alexa Bliss character is the host of the podcast, so they had to make sure it made sense for her to appear normal on the podcast. We did get normal Alexa Bliss back for A Moment of Bliss this week with Nikki Cross. Nikki asked Alexa about everything that was going on, and Nikki never mentioned the Fiend's name, so we were able to get an answer from Alexa Bliss. Alexa explained that she doesn't know what's going on, she doesn't know how to describe it, and she really can't control it. We cut over to commentary with Alexa Bliss, and once again, everything seems normal. Michael Cole and Corey Graves figured it out. They knew they couldn't mention the Fiend by name. So you can notice that Michael and Corey are extremely careful when talking to Alexa. But after the match, right on cue, Lacey Evans confronts Alexa Bliss by asking her, "What are you gonna do? You're gonna get the Fiend?" That was the first time his name was mentioned all night, leading Alexa to hit her with Sister Abigail and walk off in that zombie mode, zoned out sort of state. An interesting thing to point out and wonder is just how long does this trance last after his name is mentioned? WWE uploaded a backstage interview with Alexa Bliss after SmackDown, but she didn't say a single word and walked off the interview in her usual zoned out state. So how long does this effect last? We have no idea. That interview took place likely an hour or so after his name was mentioned, and she was still in that mode. How long does this effect last on Alexa isn't something WWE has answered quite yet, but maybe we'll get the answer soon enough. When Alexa enters this state, she stares into the distance and walks to the back. But what does she do when she gets backstage? Is she paying visits to the Firefly Funhouse or to the Fiend? That's another thing we don't know for the time being. Everything Alexa does once she gets backstage currently takes place off screen, so we don't know right now. What I think will be interesting to see is if Nikki Cross or another character quietly follows Alexa when she enters this mode, to see where she goes and what she does. We could see it from Nikki's perspective. Maybe Alexa walks to a dark area backstage. The Fiend is right there waiting for her, and that's when it gets revealed to Nikki and to the audience. Something has to be happening when Alexa enters that mode, but it's not being shown to us right now. It's hard right now to see where WWE is going with this, but one thing seems for certain, and that's the fact that they want us to know that the Fiend's name triggers this side of Alexa Bliss. Michael Cole mentioned it a handful of times, and we literally had another repeat moment of Alexa hitting Sister Abigail. So it seems like WWE is really hammering us with that fact and wants us to know that. So that's understood. Alexa is her usual babyface self until the Fiend's name is mentioned. That's when she goes into that Sister Abigail mode. Bray Wyatt was surprisingly absent from this week's SmackDown as well. Last time we saw him was on the Firefly Funhouse episode, and the episode ended by saying, "To be continued." So is the Firefly Funhouse going to be the only thing Bray Wyatt does for the next few weeks? That's another good thing to question. It looks like they have a little storyline planned there within the Firefly Funhouse episodes. So maybe that will be his role. Alexa Bliss recently broke character during a recent interview and opened up for the first time about portraying this new version of her character. Alexa had this to say during an interview with Scott Fishman. "I love anything that is different and out of the box. I love being able to evolve and change the character and spike people's interest. I think that is what we've been doing with The Fiend. Everyone knows I love promos, and to be able to have a microphone and portray a character, it's my favorite thing to do. So the fact that I was able to try something new, I'm having a lot of fun and excited to see where it goes." So that's something that everyone has been wondering about. Everyone has been asking, well, how does Alexa feel about playing this new character? Does she like it, or does she want to go back to her normal self? It seems like we just got the answer to that question. Alexa is absolutely loving it because she's getting a lot of mic time again and a massive opportunity to showcase a big change in her character. So she's loving it. Alexa was also asked how she felt about her short cameo in the swamp fight from a few months ago. Alexa had this to say about that swamp fight appearance as Sister Abigail. "I thought it was really cool how it came across. I didn't know I was going to be in that. When I was told I was, it was really cool because it was something different. It was something I've never done. I love how it turned out." So that seems to be the reoccurring theme here. Alexa is loving how everything is turning out so far, and she's just as interested as we all are to see where this goes next. We still don't have much hints about where this is all leading to. The only thing WWE keeps reinforcing to us is that her mode gets triggered by hearing The Fiend's name. But I think even that alone is more interesting than what they've been doing with Alexa Bliss over the past year. Before the Fiend situation started to take place, it felt like nothing was really going on for Alexa Bliss. She was just serving as Nikki Cross's best friend and manager, but didn't have anything going on herself. But it's great to see that we have some major changes this week. Alexa is still being able to be herself as long as the name isn't being brought up. Even in backstage interviews where Alexa said nothing, you can see Nikki Cross in the background, looking worried and following Alexa. So that's why it seems like whatever the next big reveal is for Alexa's character, I think we'll see it from Nikki's point of view, because it's clear that she's worried for Alexa. Like Nikki said a few weeks ago, she isn't giving up on Alexa, and I still feel Nikki is going to eat those words, especially if she sees something that she's not supposed to see. I can really see Nikki Cross walking in on something that Alexa Bliss has been hiding, and I think that's when Alexa will make the full turn on Nikki Cross. But that seems to be what's going on for the moment. Alexa is dealing with multiple personalities, and it looks like the second personality still hasn't fully developed yet. So we'll see where it all goes next. What are your thoughts on what Alexa Bliss had to say about her current character and the way things are going? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.